Okay, I'm going to show you how to get equivalent fractions first without the picture, and then I'm going to show you with the picture so you can see why this works, okay? And the reason why I'm only having you do equivalent fractions all week is because this is the most important step whenever we're doing anything with fractions. And if you know how to do equivalent fractions, this entire time in math is going to be super easy for you. And equivalent fractions are just fractions that are equal to each other. And I have a little example right here. It says 1/4 is equal to 2/8. And I'm going to show you why it's equal. So if I have my 1/4, where is my mouse? Oops, it's right here. If I have my 1/4 here, how do I go from 1/4 to 2/8? Well, all they did was multiply. So how do I go from 1 to 2 by multiplying? 1 times what can give me the 2? 1 times 2. And if I multiply 2 on the top, I have to do it to the bottom. This is the biggest rule in equivalent fractions. You can't switch up the numbers from the numerator and the denominator when you multiply. You can't say, oh, I'm going to do times 3 on the top and then times 5 on the bottom. They won't be equivalent then. You have to stick to one number. You have to multiply for both sections. And 1 times 2 equals 2, and 4 times 2 equals 8. This is how you get it when you multiply, and this is what I want you to focus on all week. The picture part is super important too, but this is really important how to do it on your own without having to do pictures. Why are we not depending on the pictures? Because we're going to be dealing with really big numbers, and drawing that out is going to take too much time that we do not have. Okay, so we could have done 1/4 and chosen any other number. So we can do let's do times 25. As long as you multiply it top and bottom, the same number times 25 times 25, top and bottom, as long as you do that, you'll get an equivalent fraction. So 1 times 25 equals 25. 4 times 25, if you didn't know this, 25 is 1/4. If you have 4 of them, it's 100. Okay? 100 pennies or whatever. But it's 1/4 is equal to 25 hundredths. So we could have done 1/4 times 6. As long as you do it top and bottom, you will get an equivalent fraction no matter what. This is 6/24. Why? Because 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 6 equals 6. 4 times 6 equals 24. Okay? This works for any fraction. As long as you multiply the same number top and bottom for your numerator and denominator, you will have an equivalent fraction no matter what. Okay? That's important. You have to multiply the same number. Think about it in your head forever. Whenever you want equivalent fractions, you multiply the same number top and bottom. And this is the biggest mistake that some kids still do. They decide to do 2 different numbers. Okay? No, you have to stick with the same number. Let's move on to what that looks like in a picture, okay? So we have 1/4, right? And how did we go to 2/8? We had to multiply by 2, right? Because 1 times 2 equals 2, 4 times 2 equals 8, okay? What this looks like in the picture, I'll show you right now. 1/4, I'm going to draw it really giant, okay? Give me a second. My pen's being all weird and doesn't want to make a square. Okay. Here's my 1/4. Oh, here's my square with 4 pieces in it. I'm going to color in 1. So now it's 1/4. Yes, yes. Everyone see this? Yes, yes. Okay. Remember my times 2? So each section here, I'm going to separate it into 2 pieces. So I want 2 pieces for each section. So I'm just going to draw one line and that will give me 2 pieces. I'm going to draw another line that will give me 2 pieces. Another line, 2 pieces, and another line, 2 pieces. And you're asking me, why did you do 2 pieces? Well, I know 4 times 2 equals 8, right? So I had to separate. So each one had to have their own 2 pieces here. And if I look at my square here, count up all the pieces. How much do I have? I have 8 pieces in all, and I have 2 pieces that are colored. That's what it looks like when you draw it out. All they're doing when you multiplying it is deciding how many smaller pieces do you want for each piece right there. So let me go back to what this looks like. This was my first 1/4, okay? I'm drawing the entire square here. All I did was break it up into 2 smaller pieces here. If I do it to that one, I have to do it to the rest, okay? Let me show you another another way this looks like. So I'm going to keep using 1/4. My gosh, it's not deleting. Okay. I'm going to show you what this looks like in a different 1/4. So if I did 1/4 times, let's do times 4. Times 4 times 4. That should give me 1 times 4 is 4/16. Okay, let's draw this in the picture. I have my box here. I'm going to break it up into fourths. Okay, I'm going to color in 1 for 1/4. And how many pieces am I going to break each little slice into? 4, because I decided to multiply by 4. So I'm going to change the color really quick to, let's do a dark blue so you can see the difference. So each section here has now 4 pieces in it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You see this 4 here? Okay, I'm not going to color it in. I'm just slicing them. Okay, this one has another 4 slices here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this one gets another 4 slices here. And this one gets another 4 slices here. So remember, I didn't color anything else in. I'm just cutting it up even more. Okay, so if I count up how many I have in all, I have 16. Okay, that's my denominator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, how many pieces are colored red still? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what that looks like. So every time you multiply, this is how many times you're cutting it up into. Okay, so if I decided to multiply by 375, I would have to cut up each slice 375. Okay, so each one gets 375. Okay, so I'm going to show you what this would look like on your homework. I'm only going to do 3 problems from your homework on day 1. The rest, if you need help, extra help, please call me and message me, and I'll make videos to help you on those. Okay, so number 1 on day 1, okay, we have 3/4, and it's broken up into 12s. Okay, now you got to first think, 4 times what can give me the 12? 4 times 4 is 16, it's too big. 4 times 3 will give me the 12. If I have to multiply 3 on the bottom, what do you have to do to the top? Multiply by 3. So 3 times 3 equals 9 12s. So what they did for the 3/4 picture, if you can see it, is they broke each of these pie slices up into 3 more pieces. So I have this one, so I'm going to break it up into 3 here. And then they have to break it up into 3 more here in this one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, break this one up and break this one up. That's all they did here, and this one now looks like that one. Okay? And I would be okay if you guys just left it broken up on this side. You don't have to color on that side. That's completely okay with me if you decide to. So let's do another one. Hold on. Yeah, I'll be fine. Okay, let's do 5 and number 5 and number 6 on your math homework on day 1. So we look at our fraction here, 1/3, and we went to 9ths. Okay, so we look at the denominator. 3's are at the bottom. How did they get to 9? 3 times what did they have to multiply 3 by to get 9? 3 times 3. 3 times 3 equals 9. If you did it to the bottom, you got to do it to the top. You always have to do the same. Okay, 1 times 3, and that should give you 3/9. Okay? And all they did was break up each rectangle into 3 more slices. Okay? Now, number 6, you have 8 and it changed to 16. What did they have to multiply to get it to 16? 8 times 2. Okay? Because 8 times 2 will give you 16. If you did it to the bottom, you have to do it to the top, no matter what. Okay? 3 times 2 equals 6, and that should have given you 6 sixteenths. Okay? The only reason why you have a specific number here, because they already told you how many pieces you get at the end. So you just got to figure out what you had to multiply by. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do this in reverse. Okay, in another video. But if you need help, please tell me, have your parents call me, message me, anything. This is super important for you to understand. I can make whole videos showing this to you, okay? If you don't get how to get your own equivalent fractions, you have to tell me. I want you to have a super easy time in math, and this is one of the things you need to know in order to have a good time, okay? Just have your parents message me, or have you guys text me or message me, whatever, to tell me if you need help.